As an international student, you must understand that to study in some of these countries, it is relatively sometimes difficult, and most of us, we do not have money. So what do we go for? The scholarships option. All right. So if you are watching this and you understand that you don't have money, all you need to do is to apply for this scholarship, which is fully funded. Yeah. I know you may be asking yourself that it is not fully covered. That is to say, tuition fee is not covered. And why am I saying it is fully funded? Yes, I will explain in detail, so don't worry too much. All right, I will explain to you bit by bit so you understand what is happening. Let me take you through my other videos I did some time ago. I said that most schools in France are usually very cheap, all right, to apply to, especially if you are going for bachelor's degree in France is usually just around 170 euros, and master's 243 euros. Then with PhD you can spend 380. All right, so basically what you need to do is you go to these French universities and locate the very cheap ones. All right, the cheaper ones are somehow found within Paris. You can equally check my channel, you will see a lot of them there. All right, you check which one has a program for you to, a program in which you can study, that is to say that has a link to what you have studied before. All right, now when you check and you find a program in any of those cheaper universities, you then have to wait. All right, because I want to break down these details for you bit by bit so you understand. Now, this scholarship I'm going to be talking about is called the Eiffel Scholarship. All right, it is sponsored by the French diplomatic missions. What you basically need to do is there are certain programs you have to apply to that you are qualified to. Then you apply for the programs, all right, to study this scholarship, or let me say to enroll in French universities and study the programs. Which are the programs you must note? All right, the programs include food science technology, ecological transition, mathematics, history, economics, management, law, and political science. All right, these are the programs that are open for this particular scholarship in France, the Eiffel Scholarship. So if you want to apply for the Eiffel Scholarship, you must apply for things related to this. I hope you understand. Now, that is the first part. The second part now is if you locate, remember your tuition fee in this scholarship is not covered. All right, the things the scholarship will cover is every month you will be having at least, they will be giving you 1,181 euros every month, all right, for your monthly stipend. Okay, then your international transportation will be covered, your national transportation will be covered. All right, international transportation in case you are leaving France to another country. That is the meaning of international transportation. The national transportation in this case is movement within France. Maybe you are leaving Paris to Bordeaux or Saint-Etienne to Toulouse. You understand? So they will still be covering for this. You are not the one to be spending your money. Okay. Then your medical insurance is also going to be covered. Your medical insurance is going to be covered as well. Then your housing search, all right, in case you are looking for accommodation in France, it will still be covered as well. That is something you should know. Then your cultural activities, there will be activities around France that you guys will be attending, like the winners or the awardees of the Eiffel Scholarship. The Eiffel Scholarship will also be covering all of these costs, all right. So the cost is not on you. But remember, your tuition fee is not covered, all right? Like this is for bachelor's degree students, master's degree students, you're going to be receiving 1,181 euros every month. Then doctorate students, you will be receiving 1,700 euros every month. Yes, then the same opportunities applies for doctorates as well. International transportation, national transportation, medical insurance, housing search, cultural activities, okay? So that is what you should know. Now, apart of all of these things that will be given to you, the scholarship does not pay your tuition fee. Now, how are you going to pay your tuition fee? Remember, I said before that you should try to identify universities in France that are cheaper, all right? The University of Paris-Saclay, the University of Paris-Etienne, the University of Orleans, all right? The University of Saint-Etienne, there are many of them. If you locate these universities and check my YouTube videos on this channel, this particular channel, you will see that there are a lot of other cheap universities I mentioned in my videos, all right? There are videos on this channel like that you are going to spend just 170 euros to study a bachelor's program, 243 for master's, and 380 for PhD, okay? When you locate these cheap universities, you now need to keep. These are the steps you need to follow to apply for the Eiffel Scholarship. First one is you have to contact Campus France in your home country. You cannot apply for this scholarship without going through Campus France. Remember I said it is being sponsored by the diplomatic missions in let me say France, in your home country. So you must contact Campus France, all right, in your home country before you make an application. First of all, make them understand that you want to apply for this scholarship. Sometimes they will be the one to do many things, all right, which I'm going to elaborate about here now. Now, when you contact Campus France or the French embassy and tell them of your desire to apply for this scholarship, then you have to then go back. After contacting them, you go back and contact the international office of that particular university you found a program in to study in this to study with the FL scholarship. I hope you understand. So that is how it is done. Then after you contact them, all right, the school now will now be the one to decide if they are taking you in or not into the program. Okay, that's how it is done. Then if the school accepts to take you in, then the institution now, the school that you check, if they accept to submit your file, then they will be the one to submit your file to Campus France, all right? They will be the one to submit your file to Campus France. That is how it is done. If you go the other way, or if you decide to follow another method, you are not going to apply for this scholarship. So that is something you should understand, because a lot of people don't know all of these things, and when you explain, they still don't understand. Your institution, the institution you choose, after, remember, you have to contact them. They will be the one to send your documents to Campus France. That is how it is done, all right? Now, remember I said your tuition fee is not covered, and there are a list of programs you need to meet, all right? PhD students as well. Remember, your own money is not 1,181 euros. No, that is not your monthly stipend. Your monthly stipend now is 1,700 euros, okay? So that is for PhD students. Remember again that as soon as you contact Campus France, you need to make them understand that you are applying for the FL scholarship because your parents may not be able to provide for your tuition fee, all right? When you are applying for, let me say, any scholarship abroad, you need to make them understand, the scholarship board understand that your parents are not able to provide for you, all right, to study any program in any other country. That is the reason you decided to apply for the program, all right? So you always need to make them understand like that. Make them understand all of these details so that you know what you are going to do, all right? Because sometimes when you do not explain yourself like that, it becomes very difficult and very tactical sometimes when choosing, because they want to make sure they are choosing people that lack the financial capabilities, or probably people that are serious, all right, who are going to make the program or study the program. Because scholarship doesn't mean that they will be giving you their money for free. No, they need to make sure that they are giving you their money, and in turn you are putting in the work into the system. Now, what are the things you need to apply for this scholarship? First of all, if you are a master's degree student, or let me say you just finished your bachelor's, all right, all you need to do is to gather your bachelor's degree transcript, all right, then bring closer your bachelor's degree attestation. Then you scan all these documents, all right? If you have relevant working experience, you scan all the documents. If you don't have relevant working experience, no problem at all. Then again, try to draft your motivation letter to reflect to the program in which you want to apply to, because it is very important you explain yourself. What are your ambitions? Why did you decide to apply for the FL scholarship? You understand why did you choose that particular university in France? All these details they need to know, all right? So when you draft, first of all, take all your documents, because when you go to Campus France, they will tell you what you need to do. Remember, you are not the one submitting your application, all right, for the FL scholarship. You have to inform Campus France, then inform your university, then they will be the one to submit your application. That is how it is done. In case before you even go to Campus France, this is what I have to say. Make sure you have all your documents with you, because you may go to Campus France and Campus France tell you that we need to legalize your documents in order to submit to the system, or maybe after your university submit your application, we will then submit your file to them. That is how all these things are done. So just put all of them together, all right? So in case you are to submit the documents yourself, you can do it. But if you are not the one to do it, then you can just equally leave it to Campus France to do the work for you, all right? Because it is very easy that way. But if sometimes some of you may face difficulties to do it yourself, that is why I will even prefer it should be done by an external body. But remember, a scholarship that is being done in this particular way sometimes may be difficult for some people who were supposed to get it. I hope you understand. For example, if Campus France is like trying to submit it for this scholarship, you never can know what will happen with Campus France, all right? But had it been there was an external website in which everybody can submit his or application there, it would have been good. So these are the tricks you need to know. A part of this other scholarship, the FL scholarship I'm talking about, there is another scholarship called Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Degree Scholarship. You can equally check this scholarship and see if you can apply for it or not. All right, there are a lot of programs with Erasmus Mundus. The programs are not limited like the FL scholarship. Okay, then if you are not applying for this other scholarship, then you can equally wait for the other scholarship that is opening around January, February of 2022, 2023, all right, which is the Turkish government scholarship, all right. That's the Bursleri. They call it the Bursleri, all right, scholarship. You can equally wait for that. Then right now, as I speak, the Chevening and the MasterCard, they are open. You can equally check scholarships like that because the Chevening and the MasterCard, they are also very huge scholarships. If you are opportune to win, then you are a lucky guy. All right, so these are the petty tricks you need to understand and know that when applying to scholarships, I would prefer, first let me say, do not put your eggs in one basket, which means that you shouldn't rely on scholarships, okay, because anything can happen. Scholarships are very technical, anything can happen. So when applying to scholarships, make sure you apply to normal universities, all right, or you apply to many scholarships. There is a tendency that you can apply for even 5 and you don't get even 1, all right, because scholarships sometimes they look into your CGPA very well, all right. That is why I will always encourage people who are like trying to target all the scholarships to equally be targeting internships, job opportunities abroad, all right, because sometimes your GPA may remove you from the system. A lot of people don't know this, but most scholarships will look at your GPA. For example, Erasmus Mundus always consider your CGPA, all right, why graduate schools in the United States will not be looking at that. So these are some of the things you should know, all right, before you even start doing the application for the scholarship. All right, I hope you understand. So if you are looking for many French universities, like I said, check my YouTube channel so that you understand which universities are cheaper and at what rate. Remember, not all the universities are very cheap. All right, some are very cheap compared to their counterparts. Others have a small, that is to say, their own money or tuition fee is a little higher than others. All right, like universities in Toulouse, they are somehow a little up. And know that private schools are usually expensive. So if you want to apply for the FL scholarship, don't go to private schools, because if you choose the scholarship, remember you are using your money, part of the monthly stipend that is given to you, to pay for your tuition fee. Now, assuming that your tuition fee is 6,000 euros, then how are you going to pay for it that your monthly stipend is just 1,100? That is why I will encourage you to go look for the cheaper universities, all right? Cheap universities that will cost you maximum $250. Now, in case you win, then you can just easily remove 250 from your monthly stipend and you are good to go. So that is how it is, as easy as ABC. Until we meet again in another one.